Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Only Leeds Bros. Hope everybody is keeping and doing well. Happy Friday. We're the only late bros tonight. Apologies about that. We're usually thereabouts on time, but I had a couple of technical issues. You can see different set of headphones. Headphones just didn't want to work tonight. The joys of this game. And then Dylan tried to start out a little bit of lighting because, as you can see, Dylan's lighting isn't great. But we just roll with it. We roll with it. It's one of them things, you get kicked, you get back up, and you go again. But I hope everybody is keeping and doing well. Before we do get into the video, I do want to say thanks very much to our channel sponsors, Match Bingo, for sponsoring Only Leeds Bros. To get involved, all you have to do is scan the QR code down the bottom right hand corner of your screen to get involved, or hit the affiliate link in the description below. And the Leeds United Creator Cup does take place this date next month, the 20th of July, in the John Charles Community for Sport Stadium. All your favourite Leeds United content creators will be there. We take to the field in aid of Prostate Cancer UK. 1 in 8 men will suffer with prostate cancer, lads. So all proceeds, all your ticket sales will all go towards the charity. It's covered by sponsors. All the whole day and the whole event is covered by sponsors and that. So every ticket that you buy will go directly toward Prostate Cancer UK. So it's very, very important. Tickets are only £7 for adults, £3 for kids. It's going to be a family fun day. So make sure you get down there, lads. Get your tickets. It's going to be a cracking day. Oh, Dillo, what is happening? How are you?
Other than being a bit red and a bit dim, as you said.
The weather, man, it's so warm.
It's unbelievable. I went outside for 2 minutes, took my top off. Everyone in the estate screamed the place because just seeing me with a top off was just madness. And then that was that. Yeah, getting back in. But no, it's some heat, isn't it? It's disgusting. Yeah. Honest to God, it's very warm. But look, that's how it goes. It is Friday. Fortunately, I am working tomorrow. Ooh, but look, has to be done.
YouTube does not pay the bills. It does not pay the bills.
Exactly.
But Danny is in the building. Say hello to a couple of people on their Friday night deciding to tune into Only Leeds Bros. Danny is here. He says smash a like and subscribe. Please do that, lads. That would be wonderful. If Muniz comes in and we don't get rid of a striker, we will have 5 at the club. I'd say you might see 1 or 2 go. But we'll get into that. Not any yet. Inky is here, says evening bros, Danny and all, evening buddy, thanks for popping in, hope you're having a great Friday night. Who else have we got here? We've got Darren Daly's in the building as well. Good evening, lads, down on court. Down, love that, buddy, enjoy. And Jam is here as always. Evening, you pair of legends and everyone in the chat. Cheers, pal. Nice one. Don't forget as well, guys, the Whites Wake Up will be back as well tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock as well. The usual rundown, chaos, banter, Leeds United, Bros Boot Challenge, and there is a little secret in this as well tomorrow, so make sure you tune in. You're going to enjoy it. Probably the funniest thing that we've done in a while, so make sure you tune in tomorrow just after Leeds are live, so hang about for it. It's going to be very, very funny. Enjoy. So again, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, get the kettle on, get the breakfast ready, and ready for 10 o'clock in the morning for the Whites Wake Up. But what are we here for? I'll be watching it at home. But what we here for, we're here to speak about Leeds United latest, all the latest news through the week. We'll chat about it with you guys, get your comments in, all that good stuff. As always, let us know that some of the stuff we're going to speak about, probably we already have a resolution that they may or may not happen, but we're going to speak about them anyway. The first one I think that we have to approach still in is the elephant in the room is, where is Jaka Bijol? We've been waiting, and Leeds United are keeping us waiting. Graham Smith did just come out on the YEP there as we were setting up the stream and said that they are just finalising the last few bits of details, but it is done. Medical is passed. I did hear yesterday everything's signed, sealed, delivered. We're just waiting on an announcement now, and there's been loads and loads and loads on social media saying the deal has been hijacked, Newcastle after stepping in and all this, and then people were fearing the Dan James situation and all that, but it's done. It's done deal, signed and sealed, just waiting for Leeds United to announce it, but that's when you put the rubber stamp on it, isn't it, Dylan? When Leeds put it up and it's a done deal then, but yeah.
That's what we all wait for, is, you can go through your X, your Facebook, your Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want to call it, and waiting to see and hearing rumours and gossip and all that nonsense in my eyes.
Vajazzle.
Until Leeds United put it up or make one of them videos where it's standing there and, it's a picture of his arm and a picture of this, and then it shows his face, making it a big ordeal. Then I believe it. So until then, that's where we're at.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're holding off for some reason. Of loads of people were saying a double announcement with Goodmanson as well, but obviously that was squashed, and we'll get into him a little bit more. But I'm hoping it's with a kit. I'm hoping it's with the kit release. I'd love to see be all standing there, the new home kit or away kit or whatever one they're going to announce. I think it'd be class, and then we'd be all like, that's exactly why it's being delayed. Emma Clark is in the building as well. Cheers, Emma. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're having a good Friday night. Jam says Bijol is getting prepared for the Whites wake up before finalising his news. Yeah, that's the big drop. Jaka Bijol is on the Whites wake up tomorrow. He joined us on the Bros Boots Challenge. Dylan made a show.
That's been bookmarked.
Obviously not really. Philip MOT says, hi lads, looking forward to the video in the morning. Cheers, pal. Really good and very, very enjoyable one. As I said, there's a nice little surprise in there for you guys. Make sure you're popping into that one. And Dylan Doyle says, evening lads, evening. Dillo, hope you're keeping well, pal. And the wife is in the building. Nice ring to it, Dillo Doyle. And evening from Amy Clark. Yeah, so that is it about Jaka Bijol. As I said, guys, get your thoughts, your comments in on this one. We've gone through Jaka Bijol before. I think of a few bits. If you just want to run through the stuff that I have here from, as I said, very, very basics. We ran through this during the week when we had Jerry Lynch from the channel. Obviously 6'3", centre half, right footed. Did start off his career as the defensive midfield player. He's now moved to centre back. He's obviously played for CSAK Moscow, Hanover on loan, Udinese. I'll get Danny's comment all the way there. Apologies about that. Saying hello to me wife, Danny. Jesus. CSAK Moscow, Hanover on loan, and of course Udinese as well. And he does play for Slovenia international side, Dylan. So all but the looks of Dylan looks like a very good player. And Leeds United, we've spoke about this as well with Jerry. We've touched on it. They seem to be looking at that kind of type of player, don't they? Everyone that we seem to be linked with, it's the same kind of similar style, strong, physical, built-in stature. Leeds United look like they're going to be going down a different route.
Well, as I said in previous videos, lads, let's be honest, with Joe Road on at the back and Bijol beside him or Stroke on the other side, it doesn't really matter. Like that, they're big units, and to be fair, I wouldn't like to be running at them. I'd just give them the ball if I'm being completely honest with you. But yeah, it's nice to see Leeds take a different route. Physical and young as well. I think that's the main thing. I think that's where we're at. So yeah, I'm actually really, to be fair, looking forward to this one, especially because I think last season with Stroke has his every year kind of injury, and then to be fair to Rodon, what a warrior of a man, because there was week in week out I thought he was going to get injured and he didn't.
Yeah,
you're kind of always that fear in the back of your mind who's going to be replacing him. So it's nice to see someone to step in and at a good level as well, from what we've seen. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Just looking here, I seen Gavin James just said there, Vidal's just posted saying it's all done. I'm just checking Twitter here now as well. So as of 11 minutes ago, Sebastian Vidal says, Jaka Bijol, shaking hands, Leeds United, it's done. Hashtag LUFC, hashtag Leeds United. So he is confirming it. So we are just waiting on the club announcement, which could be any minute. So hopefully we'll keep an eye on it and hopefully we get an announcement as we're live.
So. We got Jaka Bijol.
I've been so worried that the Bijol transfer was being hijacked, but seemingly it's sealed and secured, just waiting on the work permit before the announcement. Bijol is announced over the weekend. Hopefully Emmett there said Vidal has just confirmed that it's done there, but obviously just waiting from the main from the club. Would be great to see. Mr. Whitesnake is in the building and said morning, or should I say evening? Just say hello, say what up. Morning, evening, afternoon. Good to see you, and pal. Hope you're keeping well. Go check out Mr. Whitesnake's new video as well. Very, very good in mental health, very important. Go check that out. Great video. Hello, Joe. How are you? Hope you're recovering well from the walker here. The knees aren't great. ACL and MCL and UCL and PCLs are all absolutely hanging out of you. So hope you're keeping well.
A lot of
Danny
CLs
talks. Lead says could be 9 p.m. for the announcement. Hopefully, buddy, that would be great. So we'll keep a close eye on that. We'll move on from Jaka Bijol anyway because it does seem imminent. Imminent, I like that word now. Imminent. We'll move on, Dylan. Diarra. No point. We'll move on, Dylan, then to Habit Diarra because it's one that seems to be kind of linger on. He was linked with Leeds and then it seemed like it was going to go away. We obviously put in an initial bid from Strasbourg. They rejected it. Leeds supposedly went in again during the week for 18 million. Again, it seems to be rejected. But today, the interest is wrapped up in Diarra. There's talks of Forest now being interested, West Ham being interested, Fulham being interested, and Sunderland also being interested as well. And sometimes that can happen, Dylan, when it's obviously out there in the ether of a club is interested in a certain player. and might just alert other clubs to go, oh, what's going on over there? Let's check him out. And obviously he scored against England as well, which might ignite that flame even more. This one here dealing with Diarra. What's your kind of thoughts of this one? Because he's a player that does really, really excite me, but it feels like now other teams entering the race, you know, the likes of your Forest, likes of your Fulham, especially West Ham as well, established Premier League clubs, could be tough to get this over the line, couldn't it?
I think any signing will be there, and if I'm being honest with you, it's that kind of, with the Club World Cup going on now as well. There's going to be a lot of people out coming out of contract, a lot of people that just genuinely want to move or different scenery. With that being said, with the area, it's going to be one of them things. What club wants him more, and what club that he wants to go to? What club is going to sell it to him and make him most exciting? The Fulham one kind of interests me because I did see a tweet. I won't name who it is, but it was reported that he's been told that he could leave in the summer and that Fulham were the front runners. And that was one day ago. Since then, as you said, Sunderland, Forest, and the other teams that you did mention have jumped in. So it seems to be one of them things that maybe I tell you. Now I'm going to leave the Leeds hat on, to be honest with you. Once Leeds start doing a bit of business and kind of thinking outside the box, every other club seems to jump on it. Being honest, but yeah, like he's young, he's agile. He has that kind of flair in him. I think any club will want him, and I think any club will be lucky to have him.
Yeah, I think so as well, and definitely seems to be a good player in there. Jam just says here as well, I'll be surprised if we get Diarra. To be honest, here in Chelsea are keen as well, and that's it. It's very, very tough once you have them big boys coming in, knocking on the door. I think the difference with Bijol is that it was essentially kind of the handshake was done when Newcastle tried to kind of hijack the deal, and obviously we obviously just done enough to get the signature done. But this early on with Diarra, when there's nothing kind of really in place, no agreement, it's very, very hard when Chelsea and the more established Premier League clubs come in looking for the players. Gavin James says, gents, would you trade in Joseph plus cash for Diarra? No, I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. I've kind of had me say on Joseph for the last while, and he's one of them players that I want to see long term. I think it's too early to be pulling the trigger on Joseph, and I think the reason why Joseph does get a lot of hate, and we spoke about this in a previous video, is that at the start of last season, everyone put so much pressure on Joseph. Obviously, after the brilliant pre-season he got, everyone saying he was going to be top goal scorer. It's well too much pressure on a 21-year-old striker's shoulders. Well too much. Didn't have the season that we wanted from, but there's still so much growth and so much potential. He doesn't hit his prime till he's at least 24, 25. He's doing all the right things. If anyone follows him on a social media, he's doing everything. He's saying all the right things, all the proper training. There is a player in there, Matteo Joseph. Not saying Diarra isn't a player, but when you're kind of saying training Joseph plus cash for Diarra, I can't see Joseph going to Strasbourg either. If Joseph's going to go anywhere, I'm sure it's going to be to Spain to better. So yeah, for me, I'd hang tight on Joseph. I really would. I'd be looking more at the likes of trying to get Patrick Bamford out the door if we are going to be looking at another striker. Yeah. And Danny rightly pointed out at the start of the video that'd be 5 strikers then in the door. So be more looking at trying to move Bamford on rather than trying to move Matteo Joseph on. To be honest, that's kind of what way I look at it. Which you don't.
100% agree. Yeah, look, we did speak about the Joseph situation. He's young. I have to agree. I wouldn't be shooting him in the foot just yet. I think there was a lot of pressure on him at the start of the season. People coming out with wild statements saying he's going to be the championship top goal scorer. And to be fair, at the start of the season, he was good. He's young. Give him time.
I agree, 100%. Matt Oliver says, as a made man and a mad Leeds fan now, almost in my 50s, I'm really excited about our club going forward. Isn't it nice to have good owners? I think you have to be. Emmett, when there's times where I just check myself and bring myself back to the middle championship days, the League One days, how horrendous it was, owners, managers, players, just drab. So you have to be enjoying this. You have to be enjoying this moment because we've wanted it for so long. So totally agree with you there, Emma. Suck it up every single moment. Danny says Joseph has a talk whilst away on international duty. I did listen to that today. We have a little bit about Matteo Joseph a little bit further on the video. We will get into him as well because I want to speak a little bit more about Joseph in detail. Michael says here, Diarra will be nearly guaranteed more minutes with us. Yeah, exactly, 100%. He could kick his career off at Elland Road, and Chelsea have 6 or 7. That's it, and that's what you'd think, Michael. You'd like to think players were thinking that way. How many minutes am I going to get? Am I going to play regularly? But people just see the badge, don't they? They see the club, they see the money, more importantly. And it's the money. Money does the talking, 100%. We ain't gonna get money for Bamford, though we can for Joseph. I know 100%. But I just think as a squad, I try and keep money out of it, Danny, because it's not mine. Obviously, the club have to for PSO, but I just think when I look at players, opinion on players, do I want Bamford or Joseph going forward? For me, it's Matteo Joseph for the future. So that's the way I look at it, buddy. Liam says, hi lads, from sunny Donegal. Love it, absolutely love it. Here, the rally is up in Donegal this weekend as well. Not sure if you're at that, Liam, but now a lot of the lads come up today. The car rally up there this weekend. Evening Irish, evening Dr. Cox, buddy. Happy Friday. Yeah, thanks for popping in, pal. That's the thing, Danny. Just makes sense for Diarra to go to Chelsea, doesn't it? Yeah, 100%. So we'll see. We'll see what way it works out. Dylan. With you, with Diarra, after seeing all this kind of drop today, the other club's interest in him now seems to be ramping up for him. It feels a little bit more unlikely now for someone like him, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, as I said,
who knows? Who knows? I'm not ITK or anything like that, but just a feeling.
look, for me, I'm just being completely honest with you. I'm based on when Leeds release it. You know, news, transfers, all that speculation sort of stuff doesn't really grab me, but you have to listen to a certain degree. If it doesn't go through, the area goes somewhere else, I would like to think that Leeds have a backup. So I'd be more inclined to look forward to hearing that now, maybe make a bit of noise, you know, with the next player that's going to come in to see what the area's form would be, you know, if he wants to come to Leeds. Look, at the end of the day, you said it yourself, money speaks. The badge speaks. So it's basically where he wants to go, what's the best fit for him.
Yeah.
Still young as well.
Yeah. We'll keep a close eye on Diarra and anyway over the next couple of weeks and see what way it goes. I'm trying to keep a close eye on Twitter here because I don't know why, I have a feeling at 9 o'clock we could get an announcement, but we'll keep an eye on it. We're going to do a couple of more of the comments before we move on to a little bit about Emi Buendia as well, because I'm sure you've all seen the interview today with the Norwich TV. Danny Dr. says, where's Healy? Sean Healy has his own YouTube channel now. If you don't know it, lads, marching on with Sean, so he's probably recording a new video for that, guys. Jam says, question for you, lads. What position would you like to see sewn up next? If Bial is confirmed, of course. For me,
Goalkeeper.
without a shadow of it, shadow of a doubt, goalkeeper. Really good question. That's for you guys in the chat as well. What position would you like to see tied up next? Dylan, we're in agreement with that. And we spoke about it as well. That it's goalkeeper, Dylan, isn't it? That's the one you look at and you think,
100%.
come on, lads. Because we haven't really. It was Callagher and then Ramsey and Pope was all kind of thrown around there for a couple of weeks, but it's gone really quiet on the goalkeeper front, hasn't it?
Lads, honestly, the other day I was thinking about this and I was kind of saying to myself, all the players we were linked to it, we haven't been linked to a goalkeeper. I'm saying if they even think about keeping Melier, my God.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Darlow's a great goalkeeper. He does the basics, he knows, but I just think we need someone just for the Premier League that little bit better. Well, I keep Darlow definitely as a second backup, but then it depends. Does he want to play second?
DV4LUFC says, evening lads, be all tick. I hope so, buddy. Waiting for the announcement now, hopefully in the next 7 minutes. That would be great. Danny Talks Leeds says, I'm on the Leeds website doing the same. Damn, we're all keeping it. Leeds United keeping us on our edge, as usual. Danny says, goalkeeper isn't going to be done until late in the window. I'd imagine so, Danny. I'd imagine so. That's what I'd like it done next, but I think so as well. Thought it was Fark out. Trials and tribulations. Never Fark out. Give him a chance. Michael Noonan having a good game for Shamrock Rovers. Only 16. Really good player. Like the looks of him. If you don't know him, lads, go check him out. Michael Noonan. Very, very good young player. He'll definitely end up across in England at some stage, I'd imagine. We keep it's Oxford away next season. No
Don't
chance.
be
No chance.
Scaring me.
Let's go on then. Let's speak about Emi Buendia. So, an interview dropped today then with Talk Norwich City. Very, very good interview. If you haven't gone and checked it out, don't personally know the lads over in Talk Norwich City. Watched them a little bit last season in the Championship, especially in the lead up to the Leeds games. But he did an interview today about Emi Buendia, and this isn't so much a latest or breaking story or a reoccurring link, but Emi Buendia talked very, very highly about Daniel Farke in that interview. It was, he didn't quite say it, but it was almost them vibes where he was kind of saying, come and get me. I'm available. I'm ready to play football. Spoke very, very highly about him as well. This one again, it seems to be reoccurring. He seems to be our new Ryan Kent at this stage with Emi Buendia. What's going on?
Lads, I don't know, if I'm being honest with you. You know, at the end of the day, Farke has his favourites. Buendia is one of them. He's came up loads of times since Farke has taken over as manager for Leeds. the one for me is the injuries, and if I'm being honest with you, still a good player, don't get me wrong, but I'm just a bit hesitant, if I'm being honest with you. I feel like, sorry, go on.
Doesn't it feel like the Solomon one though a little bit with Buendia? When I think about Buendia, it's almost the same bracket as Solomon. Like,
Yeah,
for me, if Buendia was announced in the morning that Leeds were to sign him, loan, permanent, whatever it may be, it would have that vibe of Solomon, that a very, very good player. We know his talent, we know what he can do. From watching him in the Championship with Norwich, hasn't done it at Villa. We know that's the reason why he's getting the move. But it feels like he's one of them players. If you can put them injuries behind him, he'd be a real asset, Dylan. And it's just that question mark, isn't it? That's the only thing I think hangs over this deal for me, and probably Leeds United as well.
I think apart from the injuries, Farke could know what to expect from him. I think we all would, because we've seen him. But I mean, he'd probably get the best, or Farke could get the best out of him. But as I said, it's just the injuries. Like, we talked about it between him or Hamer. But I'd rather Hamer, if I'm being honest with you, lads.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know what it is with it. Oh, my God.
Thanks very much for Ken A. Braden. He just became a
legend.
member of Only Leeds Bros. Really appreciate that, Ken.
Legend.
Thanks very much, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Emma
That's
Oliver.
my Friday.
Thanks very much, Ken. Emma Oliver says here, I've been living in Richmond, West London for the last 30 years. When I come back, I love a pint of the black stuff. You can't beat it. Pint of the black stuff anywhere. Come down to the old man cave, the mini mill here in Duleek, buddy, and we'll give you a pint on the house. More than welcome, buddy, whenever you're coming back. That's what it, yeah. Now I know what you mean, yeah. Troy and Tribulation. Far out should be Sean Healy's channel. Evan guessing dead would be who I don't know much about him, buddy. Don't know much about him. I know you DV4 do send me a lot on Twitter, so pop us on a couple of bits about him and I'll have a look into, buddy. Really appreciate it. Solomon had injuries, exactly, buddy. That exactly, Danny. That's my thoughts on it as well. If they can put them behind them, 100%. As far as I can tell, Buendia keeps coming up as a lazy link from Journos asking who wants a move that's been played before. It's very nothing. I feel the same, Joe. I feel the same. It is one of them very lazy link. When it's a little bit quiet on the Leeds United front, we throw it up again. As I said, it was nothing in the news today. There was no Leeds are back in. It was just that interview with the lads over in Talk Norwich City and Buendia. If you get a moment, go check it out, guys. Honestly, it was very much vibes of Fark, come get me, spoke very, very highly of Fark. So we'll obviously see what happens there with Buendia. We keep lagging, do we? A little bit?
Just a little
bit. Let us know in the chat. My mic, is it?
No, you keep cutting in and out.
Alright, let us know. I'm all good, guys. I'll ramp up the internet. Where are we now? Baby Zebra says, how are you, lads? How are you, Baby Zebra? Happy Friday. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. Buendia turned down Leeds twice. He didn't want to drop down the league. He went to Leverkusen instead. It failed to work out at Leverkusen, and it didn't. And in the end, didn't want him. Now Leeds are Premier League. Come get me. That's it, Michael, isn't it? That's it. And
yeah, I love that. That's 100%.
It's a tough one because I can probably understand a little bit where Buendia is coming from, and this is why I was surprised, and this is why I have a lot of respect for Solomon, is you're taking a massive gamble dropping back down to the Championship again, especially when your career is in that stage of, injuries, you're trying to get it back on. When you're dropping back down to the Championship, and if it doesn't work out for you in the Championship, you're taking a massive risk, and your parent club and other clubs are looking to you kind of saying, do we take a risk on this? And it can really damage your reputation and really damage your career. Solomon's obviously done fantastically well. It's gone the right way for him. And maybe Buendia just looked at it and said, I've kind of done my time in the Championship. I don't need to do it again. He obviously got his move to Leverkusen, hoping it was going to work out. It didn't. But as you said, Leeds they're a Premier League club now. I wouldn't have any quarrels with him coming in. He's a very, very good number 10, and obviously that's a position that we're looking at. And hopefully that we do get. Darren, hope me tagging you on X isn't bothering you while at work. No bother at all. We'll let Dylan chat, and I'll keep an eye on it, Danny. No problem at all. Need to go for high standard players, not players that are risky. 100%. I think there's a mix, Dylan, in this. We've spoke about this ago, but I think every Leeds United content creator and every Leeds fan have spoke about this in length of what type of player Leeds United need, what blend, what are we looking for next season, what do we need to survive. There's all them questions that are always going to be there, Dylan. But for me, it's a mix of both, isn't it? Where you can see the type of player that we're looking at, strong, physical, big in stature, but then we also need the experience with it, and then you also need a couple of young, naive players as well.
It's the young.
That can kind of go out there and play with freedom. So you need that whole blend in a team for a team to work.
You know, all clubs lately have been going that kind of youngish route, which isn't a bad thing. But then at the same time, with, as you said, it kind of lacks then a bit of experience for players that you are going to get in. But I think a whole rounded squad with your youngs, with the youths, with experience and with kind of new, fresh, you could say, senior players that have just made a serious impact, like Bijol, for example. So I think along them lines, I trust the 49ers. Look, we all talked about it. We've seen it on Twitter. I won't name any names, where people saying, "Oh, we won't get a sign until the 1st of July." Clowns. I'll just leave it at that. We've got 49ers have done what they've done, and then hopefully now 1 minute past 9 we'll be getting a little bit of a update on Bijol. So that's 2, isn't it?
There'll be 2 on the door, Dillo, yeah. So we'll see.
And probably a reveal of a new kit as well while we're at it. Well, give us it all. Come on, Leeds, give us it all.
I'm not even gonna lie. If the new kit is dropped, I'll be more. I'd be more happy about that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a sucker for kids. I'm an absolute sucker for kids. Joe Blackburn says, "P.S. would recommend watching the highlights of the Chelsea match. Genuinely hilarious. One of the most blatant reds I've seen in a while. I'll have to check it out, pal. Cheers, buddy. I'll definitely go check that out. Don't look a good red. Are you still on the dial up in Ireland? 100%. Where I am, buddy. Where I am. They haven't got 5G where I am. So yeah, horrendous. Coxie Mackie days. I'm peddling here under the desk as we speak, guys, to keep the Wi-Fi going.
It's actually me. I'm peddling under here to get Darren on my own internet going.
I love it. Dave says here, may help in the first season back to stay up beyond. No thanks. That's what I think as well. I think it'd be a decent signing as well. Again, another member. Cheers, Dillo. Dillo Doyle just became a member of Only Leeds Bros. Cheers, pal. Really appreciate that, buddy. Really appreciate it, lads. Thanks very much for supporting it.
I've just been on Twitter and some guy, Sam, look, as I said, I don't know how true it is, just met new Leeds sign at Jaka Bijol in Leeds City Centre. Him and his agent very adamant about no photos, but he was kind enough to sign me an autograph. He said the deal is done, but obviously didn't want to take any photos in Leeds before the official announcement. Hashtag LUFC.
It's one of
them.
He
has a photo up of the signature.
It's one of them, isn't it? It's one of them. He could be doing it.
Take it with a little bit of it.
Yeah, truckload of salt. We'll see what happens. Michael says here, Calvin Phillips should have dropped down a league, as should have Buendia. Look at what it did for Somerville, Rutter, Trafford, Solomon. Now they are players in demand. I wouldn't go for Buendia. Yeah, fair point, mate. Fair point. Yeah, there's always 2 sides of the coin. Jamie says, hi Leeds Bros. Hi buddy. That Jamie Dodger. Every time I see it, buddy, I want to eat it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Mr. Whitesnake says, I keep hearing about players we're having a look at and injuries, etc. But do we need a medical and fitness team that is second to none? Do people think the 49ers say, oh, he looks good? Yeah, it's massive. It's massive, isn't it? And the medical staff it play a massive role in signing players as well. But it's basically the last kind of tick box, isn't it? That the medical is a massive thing. So I do agree with that, buddy. Nothing in the website. Yeah. Looks like it's not going to be tonight, Danny. Down, unfortunately, maybe 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Very late. We'll be up all night. We'll stay up all night. Twitter watchers, we'll be up the whole night. Liam said, Buendia, no thanks. Dillo sounds like Ian Holloway. You want to see Dylan when he gets a few points on him as well. It's even worse. He's like Sean Dyche. Gets completely high pitched, don't you?
Unbelievable singer,
though. That's true, actually, as well. Andrew has a very, very good point here as well. He recently did get married. He could be on his honeymoon as well. I take it with a pinch of salt. Really will take it with a pinch of salt. My guess is Bijol gets announced in the morning. Yeah, maybe, buddy. Maybe. Evening, Jen says, Andrew, evening, buddy. Thanks for popping in. Pinged you a DM, Darren, but very, very much do not read it out loud. I'm going to read it out loud. Hi, Darren. I just want to say that I'm so fearful of you in the Creator Cup. Really don't want you to score a free kick on me, so I'm pretending that my knees are sore so I can drop out. Long money best and cheers, Joe. Yeah, appreciate that, pal. Go get your ticket for Leeds Creator Cup taking place this day next month, the 20th of July, in the John Charles Community for Sports Stadium. Green Army. Go on, Dylan, you're allowed to say it.
No, I'm taking it easy today.
Michael says rather have Hamer over Buendia.
Same.
Yeah, we've spoken
Same.
about that one before. Yeah, we actually had a previous video on that, Michael. If you want to go check it out, we spoke about just a video purely on Hamer and Buendia. We spoke about the differences and who would be rather. So yeah, go check that out, buddy, if you're interested in that one. It was a good while ago. Has to be a keeper next. Yeah, I think I'd like it to be a keeper next, but I think I agree with what Danny says. I say it'll be towards the end of the window. Yeah, don't go to bed just yet. We'll stay up all night. Stick the kettle on. We'll make a coffee. Damn it, at least you can. Oh my god. Oh my! Are you the new Sean Healy now? Now Sean Healy's all prim and proper now with his own channel. He can't be doing that anymore. Joe B does. Oh my god! Oh my god!
It just goes wild, doesn't it?
If you haven't seen it already, Joe did apologise for simulcast not happening. He was, not given the right information, unfortunately. So he just came out and apologised. He got it wrong. Held his hands up. We held the hands up. Joe B told us it was happening. So yeah, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Dave Did says it makes how quiet it's been in terms of keeper being linked and any movement. Me too, buddy. It's gone very, very quiet. Very, very quiet on the goalkeeper front. It was. Seemed to be a lot of talk at the start when the window opened up with obviously Callagher, Ramsdale, Pope, who else would be with Petrovic as well, didn't we? The Chelsea goalkeeper.
Petrovic, yeah.
Load of keepers, and then it seems to be completely gone quiet. So it'd be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of weeks with the goalkeeper situation. I think Dylan has more of a chance of scoring a free kick after the crossbar challenge. That's only hitting the crossbar, man. You need to hit the top bins. Wait till top bins comes around, Danny. Tomorrow's a good one as well. Tomorrow's a very, very funny challenge on the Leeds Boots challenge. So, the Bros Boot challenge. Make sure you go check that out. Who would you want in goalkeeper if Pope doesn't join? To be honest with you, goalkeeper's never ever my strongest point. But what way I look at it is the basics of goalkeeping. At the start of the window, we're obviously linked with Ramsdale, and everyone was saying, no, we don't want him. I wouldn't mind Ramsdale because he's definitely an improvement on what we have in Elland Road. Is he a long-term choice for the goalkeeper position? No, I don't think so. I would have absolutely loved Queevy and Callagher. We've obviously seen ridiculous fees touted about him. It was originally going to be 16 million and 18 million and 20 million and 55 for him and Simicast, and then eventually only went for 12 and a half plus add-ons to Brentford. So it'd be interesting to see how Callagher gets on the season. But to answer your question, buddy, who knows? Who knows what goalkeeper? Hopefully we can unlock a gem somewhere across Europe that can do a job. Jam says I'm joking, of course. I know you are, buddy. Michael, what's the name of Sean Healy's channel? I think it's Marching On with Sean. Danny, I'm sure Danny has it. Yeah, he has it there. Yeah, Danny straight in, of course. Marching On with Sean. Yeah, go check him out. Let's go check him out. Everyone knows Sean Healy in this space. Head case. Andrew says push-ups JB, do it now on stream. I'm waiting for JB's knee to recover a little bit after his walk with the square ball, lads. He will be coming live on stream doing push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, burpees, squats, the whole lot. We'll keep going. It's going to be
burpees.
Be more of a personal training workout rather than a live stream about Leeds United. Don't you worry, his punishment is come on, watch your back, Joby. I don't see Pope coming. Yeah, I mean it's going to be a difficult one. Sam Johnson, very good show. Dr. Cox, yeah, very good show. Good goalkeeper as well. Anything that's an upgrade on Elon Millie.
And you won't stray into that one.
Come on, Daddy. Witty as ever. Absolutely love it.
I love that.
Read one more and then we'll bounce on into the next one as well. We'll completely have to run away with this. Dave Did says, I'm a Dan James fan. I want him to hit the ground running in the Prem, or do you see him being a replacement in the starting 11?
I see him scoring on January the 3rd. Remember the day against the team that we hate?
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be
you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I love Dan James. I love him.
That actually reminds me as well, because it brought me back to Jermaine Beckford. If you are about Ireland, guys, on the 3rd of July, Jermaine Beckford, Tony Dorigo and Andy Cousins are doing a Q&A night in the Camden Court Hotel. I'm sure all you Irish fans are very well known about it. That's the lead spot to go to, but they're doing a Q&A night. Tickets are 30 quid. Make sure you go check them out. It's going to be a great night as well. The Camden is a great spot as well. It's the centre for the Irish Whites and the Camden White Supporters Club, and that's where everyone's gone before the AC Milan game as well. and play AC Milan and Dublin as well. And I think they're doing a deal. Go check it out. I'll get more information for the next video, but I think it's a deal, €25 for a point, the programme, and a bus down to the Aviva Stadium. But I'll get that for definite as well. So if you're asking about Ireland, if you haven't heard,
I don't mind the bus, but I'll definitely take the burger and the point.
of course you would. The men's goalkeeper was mentioned. What's his name, buddy? I only remember Petrovic. Let us know his name, DV4. I'll be more confident with him in nets. Yeah, the Pope, yeah, 100%. 100%. He could pray the ball out on there. No news on signing his contract. Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's move on then, Dylan, to Rodrigo Muniz then. During the week, we obviously seen massive news dropped, and we haven't spoke about it since. And again, guys, really, really interested to see what you guys think in the chat. So get your comments in on this one and let us know your thoughts on it. Supposedly, Dylan, the fee was dropped of 32 million for Rodrigo Muniz off Fulham. Again, he has that physicality that Leeds United have been looking at. Strong build, big type of player. But for the money, Dylan, it's a massive amount of money and would be our record signing. And obviously, the bid was rejected, but that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Serious. That's serious money. Like, at the end of the day. But look, Premier League experience, as I said, I wouldn't be jumping ship straight away, but it is an awful lot of money, if I'm being completely honest with you. You see him, I've seen him a few times, I think we all have. He would fit well into this Leeds team, to be fair, but I don't know, for the price, 32, it's a lot. It's a lot. Well, it's 26 plus 6 million add-ons, obviously.
Yeah, that's what Danny has there.
But then Fulham did reject it, so clearly, do you want to keep him or do you want more? So, I would definitely, anything I'd be paying, I wouldn't be paying that, that's for sure.
It's massive money. He's 24, I think he's 31 appearances this season and 8 goals, I think I read earlier on. It's just massive, then it's a massive amount of money on a striker, isn't it?
I just think, lads, first year in the Premier League, don't be going guns blazing, like spending big, you know what I mean, on it. We need our statement signing, and I get that, but like, I wouldn't be going spending mad money. Like, build a team that, I'm not saying survive, but does well in the Premier League for the level that we're at, and build on it each year that we stay in the Premier League. But that's a lot of money, man, to be spending. A lot.
Yeah. A massive amount of money. What Dave did says here, we bid enough, in my opinion, being rejected, move on. And I'm sure that this
correct,
where I'm kind of gone, not so much the player, but more so the fee, is that you look at this deal and like, surely Leeds aren't going to go in with any more. Like, if they go in with 30 million, plus 2 million add-ons, or 32 plus add-ons, like, surely the 49ers aren't going to go for that amount of money unless they really, really see massive potential in this player. But again, have we seen enough of him to warrant that he's worth obviously 26 with 6 million add-ons?
I don't think so. I think that's like, as I said, he looks like a great player. We've seen him. He would fit well in, but not for that money. I'd probably say, I think 20 is even a bit much. Maybe just me, lads. I'm going to be saying I'm very tight.
It's more so like everyone always says, oh, like, well, what do you care about the fee? Like, it's not your money, but it's more so if we lump that money now on a striker and then we still have a lot of positions to fill. So you kind of get thinking, well, it's kind of, let's buff out the rest of the squad like a little bit more. But look, if he is Leeds' number one target, they've bidded that money for him. Fulham have rejected. It's going to be very interesting to see over the next couple of weeks. Are Leeds going to go back in, or was that the maximum amount for the striker? And the reason why I'm saying it is that if we have got another striker in mind, another targets, which I'm sure we would, we're not going to get near that potential. So roughly that 32 million is the max Leeds are going to be paying for strikers.
Yeah, 100%. That must be. It's all like, they obviously have a plan in place. For me, though, I just keep thinking of the Tanaka one. I think it's down to the Tanaka deal. I think that was a brilliant piece of business that was done there. I'm not saying that's going to happen again, or I want that to happen again. Obviously, I want it to happen again, but I mean, think outside the box in that scenario. I think we snapped up Tanaka at the right time. What a player.
Yeah.
Like, when we go, if he ever goes to leave Leeds, which is not going to happen because I love him, but if it did happen, like, he's going to go for mad money.
Yeah. Dr. Cox says Sammy Smorrocks. Bit underwhelming, buddy, isn't it? I think it's sad because obviously Sammy Smorrocks playing for the Irish national team as well. But when I think of Sammy Smorrocks, I just think of a championship player. No, he played Premier League last season with Ipswich, but for me, not for where Leeds United are at the minute. In the championship, when we were trying to get out of the championship and we were linked with them, 100%, and he obviously gets his move to Ipswich. Let us know what you think of this one, guys, in the comments. But for me, Dylan Sammy Smollett, he wouldn't be a striker I'd be looking at in the Premier League, would you?
No, definitely not. I think that ship has sailed, if I'm being honest with you. You just want that kind of young, agile, fresh, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Michael says, would be classed as a rival to Fulham. They might not want to sell to us. 100%. Yeah, that could be it. That could be in it, buddy. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, agree with that, Michael. We'll park that one anyway. We'll see what happens then with the Muniz one then over the next couple of weeks. It's just very interesting to see the money that Leeds bidded. So we know it's there. We know the 49ers spending power, and it'd be interesting to see what happens with them over the next couple of weeks. Is that Leeds United's limit to 26 plus add-ons? Or they're going to win again for another bid. So very, very interesting one to keep an eye on over the next couple of weeks. Let's speak about a striker then that's at the club. We touched on him a little bit earlier in the video. So it's Matteo Joseph, Dylan. It resurfaced today that Birmingham are supposedly looking at Matteo Joseph, Dylan. Would you think this one would work for him as a loan? Obviously, given what Birmingham have done to, get out of League One, they spent a lot of money. They look like they're going in the right direction. They've got decent players there as well. I was thinking about this one today with Matteo Joseph. I think Birmingham would be the perfect location. Back down to the Championship, physical, would play week in, week out. What did you make of this one when you hear it being broke?
I'm actually going to disagree with you there. I think, him and Pirro last season were the main strikers, you could say. Me and you were saying it week in, week out, he was going to start. And then Pirro just grabbed the short and didn't let it go. But Joseph done well at the start of the season, and I thought his overall play, his running, his pressing was quality. He does that front post run. We all love to see in a player. We can all agree. And then, he just kind of slumped it a little bit. No fault of his own, because he is young and he's still, his ceiling is so high and he's still has years of potential and growth. But I don't think the Championship is for him, because I think he does need to go to Spain, if I'm being honest with you. I think Betis would be the right thing. I think it could be down to being, because they're never going to let us know, but homesick to a certain degree. He's always, speaking highly of Spain, etc. Maybe that would be the right route to go, boys. 110% have said it repeatedly. I would not sell him. Loan him out.
Yeah, 100%. Dave did says here, we need players to come in and do the job. William Rutter didn't when he first came in, was a record signing, and in that January as well, we thought he was going to be one of them to try and help us with relegation, and didn't. Massive for us in a lower league the following season. Massive decisions for the club to make. Yeah, definitely Dave Hunt. It's a massive window for Leeds United. They need to get it. For me, spoke about this with our lad in the space as well, as that we need this window to be at least an 8 or a 9 out of 10 and get a little bit of lady look on our side to be perfect, because I think then if it's not gone well, then we could see Leeds United doing massive business in January. Of course, it's always going to be he said, she said. We'll obviously see what happens there, but it's a very, very exciting window for Leeds. We'll see how it pans out, and already 2 potentially in the door. Leighton of Leeds says, "Hi lads, how are you, buddy? Thanks for popping in, pal. Cheers for popping in." And then Andrew said here as well for Joseph will go for PSR. Yeah, it could potentially. I don't want to see him go, but we could see him go. Last one then we'll speak about them before we wrap it up for tonight was Goodmanson as well, because it was dropped on Twitter, and again, and this is why you always have to take Twitter with a pinch of salt. That he was supposedly seen at Thorpe Arch at the Leeds United training ground, and it obviously came out then after that it wasn't him and it was false news and stuff like that. And we're used to seeing stuff like this in Twitter, but again, you kind of have to take all these things with a pinch of salt. But a player, Dylan, that I do have to say that I do like, I've looked into him, looks like a decent player. Obviously, we need that now. It's not fully confirmed that Junior Firpo's gone, but we all know that he is gone. So a left back, again, just like the goalkeeping position, it's a must for Leeds United at the minute as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's... I don't even know what to say, if I'm being honest with you, Darren. It's kind of getting to the point now where hold on, sorry, I think I'm lagging here, am I? Hello?
No, you're alright. You're alright. I think it could be me. You got to plug that mic between streams. Whose mic is it, lads? Is it Dillo or mine? Darren sound like has a store. I don't know what it is, lads. Being my mic, as soon as it was coming on, I think it's gone there again, is it? Yeah, it could be gone there again. I'm subscribed then. Let us know if you can hear us there, lads. Just popping in the chat saying, yeah, I know. Yeah, it's Darren. Sounds like a funny connection. How's that now? That better? Was it
I'm
alright all
back.
stream or is it just gone? Yeah, no, you're alright, Dylan. You're fine. It's just me. Darren's mic
Yeah,
is
your
cracking.
mic, it keeps going in and out. Like that's what I was saying earlier on. But like, it just kind of got a bit.
Maybe the volume's too much. Maybe. How's that there now? Any better?
It's not too bad.
Any better? Let us
Give
know
it a
in the
go.
chat.
Give it a go. Give it a go. Now, sorry. What was the question
Darren's
again?
mic is crackling. I've absolutely no idea because now I'm worried about my mic. Let's see if we can sort it out here.
Yeah, not too bad like that now.
And just says better. Yeah, maybe it was just too loud. How's that? Let us know in the chat, Matter. Do you want a
It's
little
going.
wiggle
It's
there
going to
and
go. It's going to go in now.
Don't
Cracking.
let it
Yeah, that's the best way to be.
Kelly says crackling. Well, I tell you what, Dylan, you take from here, you waffle on, and I'll just nod and agree on the point because we're nearly wrapped up here anyway in the next 5 minutes. So apologies about that. You can plan everything. You can plan everything but technology. What can you do? What can you do? You go for the Dylan.
What can you do? What were we talking about, lads? Can anyone remind us?
Goodness, we were talking about Firpo. Firpo going, the potential of a left back coming in.
Firpo Licious, what a man. It's sad to see him go, lads. I love him, I really do, I have to be honest with you. I just think he's played a big part, you know, with the Jesse Marsh setup. Everyone was slaying him, including myself, I must say. All of a sudden, then he just kind of came out of nowhere and started kind of to perform an awful lot. You know, then he was doing well going forward, wasn't great coming back. His defending was a bit sloppy. Kind of got caught a few times, but then all of a sudden, then he just kind of got his game up together. I thought he was phenomenal last season. I thought he was even better this season. And then we did see on the rooftop parade, you know, he was calling for Prague to send him the contract. Sad to see him go. But at the end of the day, we can't be based, you know, that kind of heartfelt sort of thing. So sad to see him go, but as Jam said there, knees are weak, arms are heavy, sort of stuff. So look, it's one of them things. It's one of them things. But a new left back is needed, and as Joe B said, Simicas, where is he?
Where is he, Joe? Show me Simicas. Show me Simicas.
I'm only messing with you. I'm only messing with you.
It's almost like someone was back Firpo from the start. Yeah, it's sad to see him go. You did. You always did back Firpo. Now, in fairness, now I'm not gonna lie. After the Premier League, I wanted him gone. 100%.
I think we all
Bad
did.
year with COVID. Dave did says here, Lewis Joseph keep on for. That's my fear, Dave. That's my fear, buddy. 100% that we see a very, very talented young potential player in Matteo Joseph go, and then you've got Patrick Bamford still here. That would be my fear. I think that would be the worst case scenario, but we'll have to see what happens. Like this channel and understand really really well after a tricky start. We are trying, Jimmy. I remember we were in a stream, which I think it could have been Matty's, and there is times you do get carried away ourselves. Obviously, the Irish lingo, we can drop words out, throw words in, we speed it up when we're talking to each other. But it's something that we have been working on over the last couple of weeks. We're definitely not there yet, but we do want to get better at kind of slowing down and improving. But then when a topic comes up that gets you and you want to make a point, you can ramble away. So if we ever are talking too fast or anything like that, just tell us to slow down. We'll more people. We want to get better. Right, don't get too far. You won't even be playing, Joe, with your crutches on the side. Come here.
You can't do for a manager.
Andrew, I am so happy you corrected that in your next one because I was like, whoa, Andrew.
What happened there?
No, good man, Andrew. I hope you're having a great barbecue, buddy, on this Friday night. Crack matter for it as well. Don't think Firpo has Premier League physicality. Yeah, I don't think he has Premier League brain, to be honest with you, Michael, as well. The going the other way is the issue with Junior Firpo. At the moment, Bamford is our only experienced striker. That's true, buddy, but yeah, we can't rely on him, Danny. Experience, but if you can't rely on them, that would be my that'd be one. Joseph goes for a price like Archie. You know, buddy. You know, and we keep Bamford, but yeah, what can you do? It's one of them things. Right, Dillo, I think we'll leave it there. We're all out, and I think my mic is okay there at the minute. So before it goes again, we'll wrap it up there. Again, guys, keep your eyes out as well for 10 o'clock in the morning. The White Wake Up is back. Chaos, banter, everything Leeds United.
It's a good one.
We've got Bros View Challenge. Your Leeds or Lloyds is back as well, and there is a little surprise in there for you as well, guys. So make sure you just go check it out in the morning, 10 o'clock. That will drop you as as a premium usual. Mr. White Snake, you know the countdown to 2 o'clock when we don't pick that YouTube does that. That wrecks my head as well. I've tried it. Joe B actually might drop you a message, Joe B. I'm rambling on here now. We'll check it out. I need to message him. Danny talks, but says turn another hot take. Bamford scores more than Pirro on the Prem. No chance. No chance at all. Bet you anything you want. No chance. Do you remember the last time Bamford was in the Premier League? David says, love the channel, friend. Reminds me of a family in Belfast that love Leeds. I was born in Ballykenny due to my dad in the army. Keep up the good work. Cheers, Dave. Really appreciate that, buddy. What
Thanks,
a lovely
Dave.
comment. Thanks very much, pal. Glad you enjoyed the channel. Hope everyone enjoys the channel. That's the way it should be, and that's we're here for you guys. Thanks for the stream, guys. Cheers. Thanks very much, Jamie. Have a good evening, pal. Enjoy your Friday night. Michael says, cheers, guys. Excellent as always. Really appreciate it, pal. Thanks, Michael. Class as always, lads. Cheers,
feedback, lads.
Have a great night, pal. Nice one, bros. And lads, how's the tickets for the Dublin game? The last I checked, it wasn't a complete sale, but there was a very, very select few. You're very unlikely to get two together. Only they're going to be sold back to Ticketmaster. So it's looking by all means it's going to be a full sellout for the Leeds and AC Milan game, which is absolutely sensational. 51,000 fans. A pre-season game, it's just mind blown. But that's the truth. Leeds United always take more, isn't it? And that's the way we always do. We always stick together. Mr. Whitesnake says in the evening, your evening, our morning, buddy. In a couple of hours time, we'll be live. Approximately 12 and a half hours. We'll be the Whites wake up. Will be on for you guys. Take care. Much love, you too, buddy. You too. Go check out Mr. Whitesnakes and his latest video. Great stream, Darren and Dillo. Hasn't been bad. sorry, lad. Enjoyable as always. And then Amy Clark says, thank guys again, guys. Do slap a like on the video before you leave. Hit subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff to help us out. And I do apologise as well for the mic. I did have a couple of technical issues before I started the stream, different headphones, X, Y, and Z. And I said, you can plan everything and get through all your data and plan what way stream's going to go, and then the technology let you down. But that's just the way the world is now. What can you do? And the very last comment of the night says, hey lads, buzz for the AC Milan game. Good that they sorted the Chelsea game the day after, so we don't know who. It doesn't really matter, buddy. It doesn't really matter. We know Leeds United will have a full strength squad, whether they're playing their 12-year-olds. That's what it's all about. Cheers, Liam. Thanks, Jamie. Have a good night, Pat and Marcus Celtic, of course. Cheers, lads. Have a great night. Mind yourselves. Mind each other. Chat you all again soon. White wake up back tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Be there. Be square. Chat you all soon. Love yous.